What's up? We are live. Welcome, y'all. Have been unfiltered with Faith Adorne, and we have a special guest tonight. He's a CEO, an entrepreneur. His name is, and also an artist. His name is Heffe two times. So we're gonna get into some information. He's gonna give me like an exclusive tonight about where he came from, his music, his businesses, and everything. But before we get in, I just want to welcome Heffe two times to Unfiltered with Faith Adorne. Welcome, Heffe.
How you doing? How you doing tonight, Faith?
I'm good. I'm good. How are you?
I'm pretty good. I can't complain.
Okay, okay. Well, we got a good show, and I know I can't wait to play your music and just to see where you came from and, just to talk about your businesses and just entrepreneurship and everything. So, but before we get started, I need to go ahead and just lay down some information. You guys, first I want to say we don't own the rights to any promo ads that I'll be playing tonight, any music we play on each episode for our guests and artists. They submit their music or within the talent that they submit their content for advertising. Neither are we responsible for our guests' perspectives and opinions when we're having these interviews. There's their freedom of speech, so they're able to say what they want because freedom of speech is their opinion and their perspective. Hey, what's up, everyone? Please feel free if you want to reach me to submit any advertising or promo. My email address would be at the link on YouTube and also at the end of the actual show tonight. Again, we're not responsible for our guests' opinions or perspectives. And if we play any clips that belong to you, you want your credit, please make sure to reach me so we can make sure you get your credit with any video clips we may play. Before we get started tonight with this great interview I have with Heffe, like I stated, you've been unfiltered with Faith Adorne, and this is episode 3, season 1. I'm really excited. And the topic tonight is on regards to entrepreneurs' journey to success. And that's why we are interviewing Heffe two times because he has his own businesses, not one, but two. He's an artist, and he's going to be bringing some business tips that may help someone that's trying to start their own business.
Most definitely, most definitely.
I appreciate that, Hefe.
Oh
Now,
yeah.
before we go into the interview, I want to talk about the advantages if somebody's interested in starting a podcast. Every episode I try to give you guys some advantages and pros of starting your own podcast with Anchor. Now, before I give you the pros, I want to keep it transparent with everyone and let everyone know that when you have your own podcast, I'm not sitting here telling you it's easy because I'm operating two cameras behind the screen that you guys don't see. I'm actually streaming live on a total of 7 different platforms. So I'm not sitting here at all telling you guys that podcasting is free, but you do have some freedom. And if it's something that you love, I'm going to tell you guys to step out on faith.
Hmm.
And even interviewing Hefe tonight, he's going to talk about a podcast that he's actually already started with him and his partner. And we're
Hmm.
going to get into that later on. But let me give you the advantages of signing up with Anchor. It's free. It's no excuse to start a podcast with Anchor because it's free and everybody love free stuff.
Hmm.
The startups to upload and share your information is very easy. You can monetize when you sign up with Anchor. You can accept donations, and that's really good if somebody wanted to donate to your own podcast. You can record straight from your phone. So that kind of like saves you money where you don't have to go into a studio or pay someone to do your recording because you can actually do it from your phone. And it's a lot of people podcasting right now where they're going on the road, they're traveling. So these are different things that you can do if you want to start your own podcast. Sign up with Anchor. They have a professional platform, so you don't know anyone at expense. So if you're not able to get a website, don't let that stop you from starting your own podcast. You can actually have your own professional platform on Anchor, and they give you a really, really cool profile. So that's something for you guys to think about if you want to start your own podcast. I say step out on faith because you can record straight to your phone.
Nice.
Yeah, it's really, really good, Hefe, because just imagine someone that don't really want to take this expense to start a website for your own podcast.
Mm-hmm.
Anchor and Spotify gives you your own platform, and you can
Oh.
connect it to your other outlets.
Oh yeah, that's nice. That's nice.
Yeah. And what else I want to give you guys? Well, basically, step out on faith, take a leap, start your own podcast. Whether you're podcasting about life or traveling or food, or if you have like a passion of something that you want to talk about, or you don't have to podcast once a week like I do. You can podcast twice a month. It's some people that podcast every other month. So it just depends on what your choice. But I'm gonna say the signing up with Anchor is a really advantage. Literally every night after my show, it takes some time to download everything, but I can upload it the next day or either the same night. But I do mine the next day, Hefe, and it's
Right.
up on Spotify Anchor for someone to just listen to audio.
Right.
S-
Most definitely. Most definitely.
Yeah, so it's a really good advantage.
Okay.
Um, we're gonna talk about entrepreneurship tonight, you guys. And again, what's your purpose? I'm gonna say step out on faith. I know like it can be kind of scary starting being an entrepreneur, but it's the freedom that you get to be able to provide for your family once you get everything set up. And like Hefe, we have this thing where sometimes we want to do everything perfect, right?
Mm-hmm. Right.
And
Exactly.
yeah, sometimes you just got to step out and just do it. And what's
Yeah.
up? Hi, everyone. Hi, I'm talking to my live. I want to bring some information, some helpful information if you're trying to change your career. It's a company called Goodwill of North Georgia. They're located in Athens. They're located in Cartersville, Georgia, Decatur, Duluth, Northeast Plaza, Oakwood, South DeKalb,
Mm-hmm.
Smyrna and Stockbridge and Woodstock. So let me tell you the good things about Goodwill of North Georgia. If you just lost your job or you're trying to change careers and you want to get a free trade, you can succeed with them because they basically work for you. They have career opportunities where you can sign up where just say you wanted to take a trade to be a forklift operator or to do highway construction or
Mm-hmm.
logistics or a maintenance technician or just welding. The cool thing about the Goodwill of Norfolk, Georgia, you can sign up with them and they can get you set up through like grants and you can go through them to sign up for the career, whatever your choice. And then after that, they actually help you with getting your resume together and they
Mm-hmm.
also help you with placement.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, I know that'll be very beneficial to a lot of people. To be able to
Yeah.
do that. So that's real nice. I like that.
Yeah, and if you ever know anybody that's moving from Ohio, like it's called Goodwill of North Georgia. And they're
Goodwill of
kind of
North Georgia.
scattered out. And I actually have that information you guys down in the link also.
Okay. Okay.
Now, also if somebody's trying to relocate to Georgia,
Mm-hmm.
and they don't have like any family here and they're looking for an opportunity to relocate to Georgia. It's a actual the company is they're located in well, it's a housing authority and it's called Clayton County Housing Authority. Now, this is some information that was given to me, so I'm going to bless everyone and give you guys the same information. And maybe it might help you guys. I'm not sure. But the housing authority is called Clayton County. They're located in Forest Park. You can reach out to them. What they do, they work to provide decent and safe housing for low, moderate income residents of Clayton County. But you do have to be a resident of Clayton County. Uh, I'm not working on behalf of them. Again, I'm just bringing some information that might be helpful for someone if someone is looking for housing. I can't tell you if they are accepting applications right now. Again, because I know how people like to twist your words. I don't work for Clayton Housing Authority. I'm bringing information to help someone because they might have some openings for housing. And
Okay.
I'm going to have their number in the link, but their number is also 404 And again, the number will be in the link at the end of the show. And let me repeat it for all the girls that's coming up in here again. I don't work for them. I'm just bringing some helpful information to help someone that maybe you guys were thinking about moving to Georgia, or either where within Forest Park or Clayton County, because you would have to be a resident of Clayton County, or if you know someone that's looking and maybe they have like some different issues going on and they need housing, this housing authority might be able to help you. So again, hopefully they may be able to help you with housing. I'm not sure. I'm just giving you guys some helpful information. So hopefully it'll help you guys. Um, we're gonna, I want to end this. We're gonna go ahead and interview our guests, but like I stated, also quick, quick update. Last week I brought some jobs up here online when I talked with my episode 2. I
Mhm.
spoke right back to Mr. Freeman. He's been interviewing. He has not been able to find the right candidate, but he is still hiring. That I can speak highly on. He is still hiring for office assistant. You might want to reach out to him. His information will also be in a link. He is the president of Metropolitan Career School and also Metropolitan Christian School. He is looking for a office assistant and a recruiter. So please reach out to him. I'm going to give his information. And his school is actually located in Atlanta, Georgia. He offers CNA, CPR, medical code and billing, and EKG, and what is it? Patient care tech. And he's actually like a one-stop shop too, because the Christian school offers the high school diploma program, which is accredited, you guys. So if you know someone that maybe dropped out of 7th grade to 12th grade and they need to get their high school diploma, reach out to Mac Freeman. His number would be in the link, and the name of the schools is Metropolitan Career School and Metropolitan Christian School. So maybe that might be able to help someone get someone some work, because he's hiring right now. He's just looking for someone that he can train that really, really wants to work. So again, like we stated, I'm interviewing Heffe uh two
You
times
got it
tonight.
right. That
I
paid
got it
two
right.
times.
He's an artist. He is an entrepreneur and a CEO.
Mhm.
He's from Ohio. And I'm just gonna give the floor. Welcome, Hefe. Tell me what's going on with you tonight.
Nothing much. I'm chilling. I'm chilling. I'm feeling good. I'm in good spirits as always. I'm big on being in good spirits and high vibration.
Yes, you
So
are.
yeah, yeah, most definitely. So I'm doing good. I'm honored to be here, sitting here talking to you right now.
I'm
Just
honored to
about.
have you here.
Yeah, thank you. Like I always tell you, thank you again for the opportunity to, just come on your platform and just, tell everybody who's listening, everybody who's watching, about being a CEO, about entrepreneurship, about music, the ups and the downs, and everything that come with it. You know what I'm saying? So it's an
Yeah.
honor. I appreciate you.
Cause I look, you got a lot of good stuff going on. Like you be everywhere. I see you like out the country. You making power moves. I see you running with the movers and shakers. So
Yeah.
give us a little information about you. Like go ahead and let us know what you
Well,
got going on.
okay. Well, I'm originally from Toledo, Ohio.
Okay.
Mud City. Shout out to my city, Toledo. I love Toledo. Born and raised. Um, I actually, I actually moved away from Toledo. I've been traveling since 2008. As soon as I
Okay.
graduated high school, I graduated in 2008, and I've been traveling ever since. I done lived a lot of different places, from Georgia to New York to Florida. You know what I mean? So I've been around. I've been a few places. Just dream chasing.
Okay.
Trying to find myself as a man. A young man at that time, developing into the man I am today. And yeah, now my destination is Atlanta, Georgia. I love Atlanta, by the way.
Yeah, everybody loves Atlanta when they move to Atlanta. Everybody loves Atlanta.
Yeah, big shouts out to Atlanta. I honestly would say, even though I lived a lot of places and I've done a lot in my life,
Right.
when I moved to Atlanta in 2018, I can honestly say moving here was probably the best move I could have made. It changed my whole life,
Amen. Amen. That's
so
good. And you
it's a
seem like you're
blessing.
a
It's most
family
definitely a
man
blessing.
too. You about family and stuff like that too. You
Oh
seem like
yeah,
you.
big on family. I love my children. I love my family, my mother, my brother, Trayshawn, my sister Diamond. I'm
Shout out to your
very big on
family.
family.
Okay. So I know that you have a trucking company, and then
Hmm.
you also have a cleaning company, also cleaning business. So how did you get into that? Or I guess let's maybe talk about like where you left from and how the growing up was and what made you want to go and to be an entrepreneur. What was your motivation?
I'm gonna be honest with you, Faith.
Okay.
My biggest motivation was my mom. My mom had me, my brother Trayshawn, and my sister Diamond. Uh, she was a single parent, so it was just us and our mom, and we seen our mom struggle. I'm talking about my mom going to college, trying to get a degree, and at the same time working two jobs. You know what I'm saying? And she really like I can even, my mom had me so young. I really kind of grew up with my mom, so I seen the stages and the phases my mom went through. With
Okay.
trying to go to school, trying to take care of three kids, trying to work these two jobs, you know what I'm saying? And it was a struggle for her,
Right.
So me and my little brother when we was young, we used to always sit on the bed and just tell each other like, man, once we get older, we gonna have these type of things and we gonna be able to take care of our mom and be able to do these things and show people basically the way, you know what I mean? And
Right.
so yeah, Faith, to answer your question, my mom was my biggest motivation.
I
Um,
love it.
don't get me wrong, just like every other man, I came up, I worked my little odd jobs. I, tried to really focus on that and pursue that, but I just couldn't get over that hump. It wasn't me. I knew
Right.
God had a greater plan for me. You know what I mean? So and fast forward today, I own a couple of businesses.
Congrats.
And they're doing pretty good. They're working for me.
That's what I'm talking
You know.
about.
Now I ain't trying to make it seem like that this is everything, but
No.
what I can say is it's a work in progress. You know what I mean?
That's what being an entrepreneur is a work in
Yeah.
progress. It doesn't
Like
happen overnight. You still have your ups and downs. So listen, not
hmm
at all do I want you to lower your like just lower your how you feel about where
hmm
you're at right now. I want you to be proud of where you're at. Everybody have ups and downs. And that's still inspiration to someone that's scared to take a leap to being an
hmm
entrepreneur. Like let's be transparent. Like, even though I have a love for what I do within entertainment, I still work a 9 to 5.
hmm
And
hmm
I'm proud of it. Like,
hmm
until that big break come, because, you like to live nice, you like to
hmm
have nice things, and you don't want to, you know, just be living off people. So you have to work if you want to have nice things and to support your family. So
Most definitely.
I'm all about entrepreneurship, but we still have to work just like you. You have a love for your passion with your music, but you're running your businesses. So I still have my businesses and I still have my clients that I work with, but then I'm still at work every day. And that's one of the reasons that I bring like information on jobs, whether to try to get people like working from home, because it's a lot of advantages.
Mhm.
So, but being an entrepreneur is a great thing, and I congratulate you with that.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you. Yep. You most definitely had your good days and your bad days. And one thing about being a business owner or entrepreneur, you gotta, especially a guy like me who, comes from, you know, um, quote unquote off, hustling or, just
Right.
coming up trying to make a way to feed your family.
We all
It's a
been there,
different
yes.
ball game when, you a business owner and you the last one to get paid. You know what I'm saying? Like you got to make sure insurances is paid. You got to make sure maintenance is done. You got to make sure your driver is taken care of. And then after all that is taken care of, then you worry about yourself on the back end. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It be some weeks where you have bad weeks, and my driver might make more than I made that week. You know what I
But I
mean?
like how you're paying them first. Like that
Oh
you
yeah.
have to pay them first. Quick question, Hefe, how did you get into the trucking career? Like, cause I see like everybody now, like it's a lot of people online. I'm quite sure you see it where they're hosting classes to help people get into the trucking logistics, career. How did you get into that career? Did somebody bring you in, or you just stepped on faith and did it on your own?
You know what? I really. To be honest, I took a step out on faith with it. Like I never imagined getting a CDL because I have my CDLs as well. I started off driving a truck.
Okay.
And then I transitioned from driving a truck to owning. I had a box truck at first, a 26-foot box truck. And
Okay.
then I transferred from the box truck to semis, you know what I mean? But it was just me moving. I told you I moved here to Atlanta in 2018.
Okay.
I had just had my beautiful daughter Skylar,
Oh.
and I had decisions to make as a man. You know, I
Right.
had decisions to make. I was like, either I'm gonna make the right decisions for my newborn daughter and my children and my family that's gonna
Right.
benefit us, or I'm gonna keep repeating the same cycle.
And you
And
don't
I
want to do that.
decided to take that route. And as soon as I got down here, I said, you know what? I'm gonna sign up for these classes. I went to Roadmaster in Lithia Springs, Georgia. Took my CDL, passed the first time with flying colors out of a like class of 50. You know what I'm saying? And I just been like this. I've been praying and I've been stepping. So
Praying is strong, man. And you
yeah.
know what, Hefe? Let's, you know what? Just to talk about how you went to school. You know the new laws that just took effect in February for trucking, right?
What were those laws?
They're making it harder for you. Like, one time you can just go and take your CDL classes. They
Hmm.
supposed to pass a law now where you have to go to school. They want you to go to school and spend all that money to get your CDL license. One time you could have taught somebody how to drive and they could go
Hmm.
take the CDL license. I'm not sure if they totally passed it, but in February they were going to make it effective where if someone want to get their CDL license, you
Hmm.
actually have to go sign up and pay all that money there to go to school.
Hmm. I wonder, did that have, and don't quote me on this, but did that have anything to do with the incident that just happened where the guy,
That I don't know,
okay.
but it was so when they just said it, maybe because, with the economy going the way it was, because,
Hmm.
with what we've been going through with stuff with COVID and stuff like that, I think
Hmm.
maybe a lot of people was getting into the trucking, career, and maybe
Hmm.
they were just making it harder. I'm not sure, but I just was like, wow, because
Hmm.
I actually met a lady a couple weeks ago that she actually told me herself, she was like, I just got my CDL license and I got my CDL license just in time. So she kind
Hmm.
of confirmed what I heard, and we didn't even know each other. You know how you just have that energy, you just, I was out somewhere and you just talking to someone, and
Right.
she actually got her license and bought two trucks.
Okay. That's nice.
Right. And
Yeah.
she's a woman driver, so it's like I guess like different advantage, like, sign on bonuses and stuff like that. But she
Hmm.
stated that the laws was going to change. And
Mm.
she was like, she just got her CDL license just in time. She went to take it, at the DMV. She said, but now they're gonna make it where you have to go to school. I was like, what? I was
Mm.
like, wow.
Did she say how long? Because I had to go. It was like the Roadmaster. It is a truck driving school. Like I had to go for 30 days.
She didn't say, but like even though you went to school at one time in Georgia, if they passed that law, you would have been able to take the book, print the book, study the book, the
Uh-huh.
CDL book, and just go take the test. Only thing you would need to use somebody's truck. Like, so say if I didn't have a truck, I could have used your truck to take the road test.
Mm.
But you could have went to the DMV, she stated, and took it. So I was asking you to see if she was accurate with what she was saying, because we was just talking and I wanted to bring some information because there's so many women and so many individuals right now want to get into trucking. But she said that they was changing the rules. You couldn't even go to take the test online no more. I mean, not online, but at the
Mm.
DMV and stuff like that. So I don't know if you heard about that.
Well, that's unfortunate. Because like I said, even when I went to a school. I had to go for 30 days, and they charged me $7,000 to get my CDLs. You know what I mean?
Were
So
you
it
locked on a contract with them when you got your CDLs?
no contracts or anything
Okay,
like
that's
that.
good.
No contracts. And they even offered like, your last week in school, they had jobs. They was like, okay, if you pass your test, we got jobs lined up for you. So as soon as you go and pass your test, you go straight into work and making money. You know what I mean? So it was cool. The price was still steep, but it paid off. I don't
It
regret
paid off.
anything.
just looking at you, it seemed like it really paid off really well. So basically, from where you came from, everybody have their ups and downs. Just being in the streets, growing up in Ohio, no, you didn't want to stay in that life because it only ends up either, going to jail or, just crazy stuff happening. You
Hmm.
went and stepped out on faith and you just like, you know what, I'm leaving. I'm going to get my
Hmm.
life together. And that's how you got into being an entrepreneur.
Yeah, yeah, and I mean, I don't. I also want to say this too. I don't. Because we all as young black men, the majority of us, we grow up in poverty, strict situations, living
Right.
situations. You know what I'm saying? We all come from nothing, and God put, he has a certain path for each and every one of us. You know what I'm saying?
Amen.
And just because, that wasn't my path to continue doing what I was doing to switch it up, that don't mean I'm not knocking nobody else who path that is. You know what I mean? I just
Right.
want to say that, but it's just the plan that God had for me. I thank him every day for it. You know what I mean? Because it,
Mm,
it worked for me, it worked for my family, it worked for my children, and it kept me safe. You know
right.
what I mean? So it's a
That's
blessing.
important. Now, were you always doing music, Hefe? Like, was music is like always your passion?
This was so crazy about music, about the music thing, Faith. So, well, this is crazy. I'm gonna tell you a story, right? So,
Okay.
my grandmother, my grandmother was on my necklace. I always wear, what I mean, this
Okay.
this is my heart right here. This is my baby. She had passed away in 2014. Was it 2014? Yeah, 2014. She passed away, and when she passed away, she was the type of grandmother where she was on top of me. She was
Right.
like, Hefe, listen, you got to do something. You got to get you a nice place. You got to get you a nice job. You can't just sit around. You can't just run the streets. She was one of them type of grandparents, like on me,
Right.
on me, on me. So when she passed, I just wanted to do something that I felt like, that she will be kind of proud of me doing, or something like basically constructive. You know what I mean? So,
Right.
um, one day it was like, of course, a couple years later, me and my best friend, Trey V. He actually lived down here too. That's been my best friend since we was in fourth grade. It's my
That's
dog.
good.
He always did music. He's from Toledo also. He was big on music, him and his big brother. And one day I went over his house and I just recorded a song. I never wanted to be a rapper. I never had aspirations of being the biggest
Oh,
artist or being
wow.
Jay-Z. I just did a song one day. The song came out pretty good. I probably did like 5 more songs, and by that time I had created a big buzz for myself on the music
Yes, you
scene.
did. Because I was looking at your YouTube page. I'm like, you're really, because you're working and you're busy and you're always on the road and, out of the state, you're working a lot. I'm looking at your YouTube page and I'm like, yo, you got talent, like, but,
Yeah.
especially that
Everybody
song
say
you
that.
sent me need to be in a movie.
Yeah, yeah, it do. Everybody tell me that too. Like my homeboys, they be on my head about it every day. You know what I'm saying? You gotta drop some music. You gotta do some music. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, like it's cool. I like to do it, but the older I get, the more just business minded I get, the more I just want to do different things with my life. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not counting the music all the way out, but because I do got a story to tell, but at the same
Right.
time, it's just different things comes with elevation. You know what I mean? So
Right. No,
yeah,
I
so
get that. And it's let me ask you a question. Because of what you just stated, would you think more about getting into like management of another, maybe like a younger artist? Was that a
I
career you thought about doing because you're a CEO?
I have thought about that, but as being a manager, right? Because I used to be an artist, and I know what I would have
Okay.
been looking for in a manager. I know as of right now, I don't meet them qualifications. Like I
Okay.
feel like as a manager of an artist, especially if you believe in this artist and feel like this artist can make it, I feel like you need certain connections in the game. I
Right.
feel like you need a boatload of cash to push
That is
this
true. With
artist, to support
marketing.
this artist in every way possible, whether it's studios, video shoots, photo shoots, whatever it may be. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? So as of right now, the I have to. I should say I can't focus on managing an
Right.
artist because of what I already have going on. Like I want to master this first, and then once I master this, and this is really like smooth
Then
sailing for
you'll be
me,
a
I can
master of
focus on
many.
something like that.
Right. Master of many after
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
But then also like because the days are different now when you think about artists like and I understand what you're saying, but
Hmm.
artists have to be, they have to come in hungry too and they
Hmm.
have to invest in themselves. Like a lot of people think it happens overnight and it doesn't happen overnight. So it's good
Yeah,
that you say that it doesn't happen. It could take years
most definitely
before
can.
you get a big break. And social media is like such a king right now. It's queen. Like if
Hmm.
you're not on social media, even with the record labels, majority of the record labels, like they're looking for the artist or the talent to have like a social media following. Everything is not like how it used to be back, a long
Yeah,
time ago before social media.
you absolutely right with that. And to be honest with you, like up and coming artist right now, if the artist is hot, like basically got a nice following on YouTube, a nice fan base with all the platforms that's going on now, artists nowadays really don't need much. Like, of course,
Mhm.
a dope manager or A&R down the line to take
Yeah.
care of other business that they can't is cool. But as far as making money with music, it's too easy to make money now.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's very easy with all these different Spotify, Apple Music, iTunes, all this, TuneCore, all this different stuff that's going on. All the artists need is to really just put the grind in. All the artists need, if you ask for my advice, all the artists need now is to just be consistent with
Right.
dropping videos, recording songs, uploading their songs to these platforms. You know what I'm saying? That's gonna create their buzz automatically. Like you said before, social media is wonderful now. So.
And you have people in the chat saying, we have a Miss Anderson, Deja Anderson. She said, a master of many is definitely what he is, jack of all trades.
Hmm.
Heffe 2 times is a boss. And Trap Crazy was like, well put, let's go, grown man shit.
Yeah.
So they up in here, they feeling the conversation. I'm letting everybody know we thank everyone.
Oh yeah. Thank everybody for tuning in. I'm very, very appreciative of that.
Yeah. So now, what's up with the cleaning company that you have?
Yeah, I started the cleaning company in 2019. One thing about the cleaning business, it's a lot of cleaning companies in Atlanta.
Yes.
It's a very competitive business. Um, the cleaning company is cool. It's cool.
Right.
Um, I have the cleaning company, but I'm more so put my focus into the trucking. The
I'm
trucking to
quite
me,
sure that's the money right there.
yeah, the trucking to me is like the hospital field, like being a nurse or a doctor. You know how they gonna always need nurses and doctors. They gonna always need that cargo transported from state to state, city to city. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So trucking is a very lucrative business, very, very lucrative.
Yes, and I see so many people, just different consultants that's on social media right now offering like just different classes for you to come in with dispatching and
Hmm.
broker to be a broker. So how do you feel about that? Is that a good trade to get in? Like, is that where the money is at too?
Most
For the people that's listening, this be
Yes,
something helpful.
most definitely is. I know brokers who make more money than people who own trucking companies. Like brokers make bank. Even dispatchers. If it's listen, it's this what it all boils down to with the trucking company. It all boils down to you having great drivers. If you
Okay.
got great drivers who's dedicated, to what they do, who love what they do, who don't mind picking up a load, dropping a load off, you
Mhm.
really gonna win. Being a dispatcher, being a broker, or being the owner of a truck. You know what I
Okay.
mean? So it's all about the driver. That's why in the trucking industry, the driver comes first. You have to treat your driver better than you treat anybody. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Because
So
drivers are there be ready to leave if you're not treating them right, right?
yeah, and it's a lot of like every trucking company is really in competition. Like that's why you can go to one trucking company and they can say, okay, we got a $5,000 sign-on bonus, and you can go to another trucking company right next door, and they say we got a $15,000 sign-on bonus.
Whoa.
Yeah, of course that's accumulated over a year or two time span. They give you like a bonus once every 3 months of like $1,500, $2,000, but it's every trucking company. They want them drivers. They most definitely want the drivers.
So if to like the viewers that we have that's tuned in right now, we have them on YouTube and we have them on Facebook. I'm actually live on Instagram, but they can't see you. I'm quite sure you're live and they can't see me, but on YouTube they can see both of us. On my
Okay.
Facebook page they can see both of us, on Twitter and Twitch. What valuable information would you give someone right now if they wanted to get into the trucking company, the trucking industry?
Okay. And I'm just talking from experience. If you wanted to get into the trucking industry, in order to be successful, get into the trucking industry, first things first, make sure all your I's is dotted and all your T's
Okay.
is crossed, meaning do your research.
Okay.
Um, know before you get into it, what's your goal? Always have a goal, whether if it's a year goal, whether if it's a
Mhm.
5 year goal with your trucking company. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? And try to meet that goal, them expectations.
Okay.
Another thing I would tell them would be, if you're gonna do it the right way. Don't shortchange yourself or half change yourself. Don't say, okay, I'm gonna buy this little cheap truck. I know it's a lot of work on it. I know
Okay.
it's gonna break down every week, but I'ma still try to get some money. Don't cheat yourself like that, because you're gonna end up losing. Because that's what I did when I first started off.
Oh,
I
so
got a
no one,
box.
you had nobody to guide you,
No,
really.
everything I
Oh,
learned with this, it was really, off of, like, now today, I have business partners. Shout out to my brother Malik, shout out to my brother King, who helped me with stuff now. You know what I mean?
okay.
But first starting off, I didn't have nobody.
Mm,
So everything I learned, I just basically did it by the book, read the book, did my research, made my phone calls, building my relationships with these different brokers, these dispatchers, these third party companies, and just basically enlighten myself on the information.
and you know what is, just listening to everything that you experience is now why I look at you as a risk taker.
Oh,
You really have got it out the mud. Like that's what I'm looking at right now when I'm listening to you, because you took a leap of faith, but you're a risk taker because you didn't even really know, you had no one to guide you. But you
mm-hmm.
just kept it moving, and now you're becoming like successful within that career, and look how you're giving everybody else valuable information. Because I've spoke to people that wanted to get into the trucking industry and they thought about buying used trucks, and look how you're saying like don't do that. It's like
Yeah, like if you gonna do it, well, first off, let me, as far as like the risk taker thing goes, my mom, my mom say that about me every time she talked to me. You know what I'm saying? She
look,
like,
shout
I
out, I
wish
got that
I
right.
was, like, I wish I was able to take them chances and just get up and go. Because you got to think, I've been doing it since 18. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Moving to different states and cities where I knew nobody for real. I probably had one cousin here or one friend that I knew here, but no real, like, outlets. Everything was a grind. You know
Getting
what
it
I'm
out the
saying?
mud
And
on your own.
yeah, and before, I also want to say this too. I want to give a big shout out to my cousin Sean. He's a business owner himself. He's always been an entrepreneur too. That's my first cousin. But I really looked up to him and admire everything that he's done. When I first
I
moved,
hope Sean is watching to hear your cousin saying that. I
yeah,
hope
yeah,
he's
yeah. I
watching
hope S
you.
Dot watching too, man. When I moved to Florida, I moved with him when I was fresh 18. And the things he showed me, like the lifestyle that he had going on, that was my first time coming from the hood, actually seeing something that was worth having, that was worth
Wow.
achieving, that was worth working hard for. You know what I'm saying? So I always tell Sean this too, always congratulate him. But me seeing him at 18 years old really inspired me. It really inspired me.
So that was your inspiration over like your mom first, and shout out to moms, and then
Yeah.
your cousin. Like so, he showed you like the loops and showed you how to move. Basically to be a chameleon to adapt to any type of weather. So shout
Hmm.
out to Sean for that. That's
And
that's what's up.
and he also let me know, like, he also taught me that ain't nobody gonna give you nothing or hand you nothing. You got to work for it. You know what I'm saying? So he showed me a lot. It still is to this day. So big shouts out to my cousin Sean.
Oh man. And I just wanna, cause I, we're getting close to 10 o'clock, so I want to show everybody that's watching right now this clip of Heffe, and later on we're gonna play his song that I really feel, my perspective. I think it should, like, you really need to shop this song around to some people, maybe get it in some movies or whatever, cause
Hmm.
you that risk taker, so
Yeah.
we got to step out. So I want to show everybody like who you're basically watching right now.
Hmm.
It's a clip from earlier. Give you one moment. And before I play that clip, I want to play this. I have like a segment that I do where I play a clip in regards to some motivation from a celebrity. It could be like they might was on a previous interview, and or they just basically was talking about how they felt. And I'm gonna play this clip from Lil Baby. I think this will work for you. And he talks about how he all the power of the tongue and how hard he worked. But I don't want to let so much out, so I'm gonna
Okay.
play this clip and then I want your views on it.
Okay.
I actually knew I was gonna be a millionaire. Like I actually grounded and prepared to be a millionaire. So eventually I became a millionaire. You know what I'm saying? So I live like that on a day-to-day basis. I watch what I say. I'm a strong believer in the tongue is the powerful thing on your body.
Mhm.
Did you get to see it? Did
Yeah, I
you?
seen it and I heard it.
So how do you feel about that? Like, do you feel the same way that he feels, or I thought that was so powerful because look where he is right now.
Yeah, I'm a firm believer in that. Most importantly, I'm a firm believer in the Bible and the Most High. That quote is in the Bible. The Most High told you, it's power in your tongue and everything that you say. You know what I'm
Right,
saying? It's a two-way sword. You know what I mean? So, um, yeah, I'm a firm believer in that. Watch what you say. Even watch who you tell what you gonna do too. Your dreams, your
right.
goals, because you might be telling it to a person who ain't in your best interest, who don't want to see you succeed. You know what I mean? And
No.
that bad energy will cause you not to succeed. So yeah, I'm most definitely a firm believer in what Lil Baby said. Shout out to Lil Baby too. I like his
Shout
music.
out to Lil Baby. You don't even know I just played your clip, but that was inspiration for me. And that's what I do on every segment. I try to play a little clip of a celebrity of something that they might have said, and just to kind of get my guest views on how they felt. And I thought that would fit you because Lil Baby's a risk taker. He's been like at it for so long, and look how successful he is. Like he said he always knew he was going to be a millionaire. And just
Mhm,
listen to your testimony of where you started, like how you just was like state to state at 18 years old, just really trying to find yourself, and look
mhm.
where you at right now. I do have a question for you.
Okay.
Before I play like some music from you. Um, uh, I guess how can I say, what do you think the state of hip hop is right now with female rappers? Like, is it someone that what if you get in your car right now, your truck, what are you playing when you're listening to female rappers if you're playing their music?
Hmm. Well, I'm gonna say this: female rappers now they doing their thing.
Yes,
Like
they
they on the
are.
same level as the men, if not, you know what I'm
Okay
saying?
now.
They most definitely going up. I rock with a lot of female artists. I say, let me see who I think dope. I like Big Bank Keisha.
Yes,
I
I like her
like
too.
who else raw to me? I think Asian Dial raw.
Okay.
Um of course the queen, Nicki Minaj, she's a
Shout
legend, so
out to the
she always
queen,
gonna be
Nicki
at the top of the
Minaj.
list. Um let me see who else I could think of. I know I'm kind of forgetting a lot of names, but
It be like that because the interview, and then after the interview, you be like, man, why I didn't say this person name? So nobody takes it to the heart if he don't say your name and he knows you.
Mulatto, and I also I cashed out too. Cashed out from Detroit.
Yes.
Detroit is like 45 minutes from Toledo. You know what I'm saying? Cashed out. She always been raw, always
Okay.
been doing her thing. You know what I'm saying? So
Shout
big
out
shout
to
out to
Cash
Cash Doll as
Doll.
well. But it's a lot of female artists killing the game right now.
Right. If you had an opportunity to get a feature from someone for a female rapper, and you had the budget, because like early on we talked about marketing and budget. Like if you was to come with a record label or just A&R was a step in, like really, to even put marketing behind someone, you need at least 100K really to put good marketing behind an artist, you
You're
know.
gonna need more than that.
Well, you get more than that, but it can start off about like around like 150 grand or $100,000. Like just to start off, it's a
Yeah,
small budget,
yeah,
but it will help because imagine the people that don't have it and they're like getting signed. So if
right.
you had a budget right now, who would you pick to do a feature with you?
Okay. Of course, female artists. I gotta do a song with Nicki Minaj. You do a song with Nicki Minaj,
Yes,
she gonna put you over that hump. You know what I'm
right,
saying?
right, right.
So, and then of course, male artists. You already know the GOAT, Jay Z.
Yes.
Jay Z.
Yes, he is. Like just to be in that genre. Oh my gosh, that
Yeah,
money.
like just to be sitting
You
at the
would just
table
be
with him.
out of here. I'd be like, oh, yeah, I had him on my podcast. Matter of fact, what's up with your podcast? Congratulations on your podcast. You
Thank you,
doing your
thank you,
first
thank you, thank you.
episode or launch this week?
Yes, and actually, me and my shout out to my dog Free too.
Shout out
Uh,
free.
yeah, Free, my dog, man. He hit me up. It was his idea. What I'm saying, he was like, I think you dope, Heffe, man. You my bro. I think we can make some magic happen with this thing, me and you. You know what I'm saying? So he brought me aboard. It's called the Free 99 Podcast, Hustle Soul Separately.
Okay.
We're gonna be shooting episodes every Sunday. Starting in April, we're gonna start actually promoting the episodes, putting them on all different type of platforms, which you know of,
Right,
YouTube,
right,
all these other
right.
different stuff. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to my dog Free, man, for bringing
Shout
me on
out to
board.
Free and Hefe with their new pod. So basically, are you gonna? What is the niche of it? Or basically, are y'all just
So
breaking music or?
no, you know what? Me and Free, we text and talk about this every day. Our podcast is not solely going to be based off of one particular thing. Like
I
we
get it.
enter
Like mine is gonna be a lifestyle. It's nothing is off limit. You're giving everybody a platform and an opportunity, and that's a good thing because it's your podcast, so you can do what you want.
Exactly, exactly, exactly. So we don't necessarily want the people who are all the way up here who already made it. We want the ones who grinding. We want the ones who made it. We want the ones who basically just can give, like you said, get some insight and get some knowledge on something that can potentially help the next person in their journey.
Where can they find you at right now? Like to everybody that's tuned in right now, where can they follow your podcast at? What's your podcast? I'm gonna actually put in a link for you guys, but if you can give them the information,
Okay. Well, they can follow me on Instagram at Heffe 2 times. It's spelled in the, on the talk show now, on the interview now.
right?
I promote my podcast. Me and Free promote our podcast every day. Like I said, it's the Free 99 podcast. We have an Instagram page, the Free 99 podcast show. Free has his own Instagram as well, so they can follow any of those pages. They always tagged in my story each and every day. So
And to everybody that's watching me right now on Instagram, if you want to find out about Heffe's new podcast, go to his Instagram page, Heffe 2 times, Heffe 2 times. You can see it on. I've been promoting him left and right on my page. Click on the link. Go to his page, get on his podcast. Him and CEO is about to be doing some big things. Where's the podcast set up out of? Is it going to be in Atlanta or Philly or where?
Atlanta, Georgia is gonna be
Atlanta,
right here.
Georgia. Okay, okay. Because I don't know, I didn't know where it was. Okay. So are you guys going to be like live with me, like how I'm doing, or are they going to be able to come to your facility and do it like
They're
that?
gonna. We actually got a facility. So they're going
A
to be able to
studio.
come to the facility, sit
That's
down,
good.
what I'm saying, chop it up with us, enjoy the good vibes, you know what
That's
I mean?
gonna be nice. That's
Yeah,
gonna be
yeah, it's going to be dope.
nice.
It's going to be dope. We got
That
a lot of other things that make it too with the podcast, like, merchandise, and a whole bunch of other things. So just make sure you stay tuned.
podcast is big right now. YouTube is
Yeah,
looking for people with podcasts, so
yeah.
that's a good thing that you're getting in right now. And I be telling my viewers, start your podcast. One thing, like I can say, if one person, and I just learned, like, I've always said this, but I interviewed, shout out to the successful filmmaker, Luke Steffen. I interviewed
Mhm.
him, and you guys go follow him. I interviewed him last week on episode 2, and he's a successful filmmaker. He has Pray Before You Eat, Send a Movie, Divided We Fall. He has so much stuff right now that you can stream and go to his page on Instagram And you can find his information in a link from last week's episode, and I'm gonna put it in this week too. But he stated to me like, if one person is watching your stuff, you still got a fan. So I just want to say, like, to people that want to start their podcast and they're afraid because they're not sure if who's going to be tuned in. As long as you got one person, it's getting to somebody, and then eventually it'll happen where more people will see it and see what you're doing, where you're trying to make a difference. So don't be afraid.
Just stay consistent. Consistency is key. As long as you stay down and stay consistent, that one fan is gonna turn into 5, that 5 into 20, and so forth and so forth. So just stay down, stay passionate, and stay consistent.
That is so true. That is so true.
Most definitely.
Quick question: when did you first really fall in love with hip hop?
Listen, since I was like 2 or 3, like my mom was one of them moms back in the day. Like I said, my mom was young,
Okay.
my mom had me at 15, you know what I'm saying? So my mom was one of the moms where, we cleaning up, or she cooking, or we chilling around the house. Oh, she got SWV playing. She got
Absolutely.
Escape playing. She got, you know what I'm saying? She got everything playing. She in there with the, how y'all used to, the big earrings, the gold hair bombs,
The hoop
you know what I mean?
earrings.
So
LL
I
Cool
still
J.
listen
Shout
to
out LL.
SWV, Escape, all that still to this day. When I want to, like, because for some reason, that type of music to me just always, if I'm riding in the car, it just make me feel good. I call it feel good music.
Right.
So.
That is dope. That's dope. Well, what we're gonna do, you guys, we're gonna take a less than a 1 minute break because I have to play my ads, and I have somebody for advertising. Brian Hammond, he's doing a short film and he's doing a premiere on March 30th. We'll be right back.
And filter with Faith Adorne weekly promo ad. Brian Hammond, pastor, director, writer, author, and much more. Everyone go to his Eventbrite page for his free movie premiere. The free screening is on March 30th at 6:30, located at the address on the flyer. Click the link for more details.
All right, you guys. I'm going to have his information if you want to go to a free screening. He's dropping his movie on March 30th in Georgia, Morrow, Georgia. His information will be in a link. And so you'll be able to find him on Instagram or go to his Eventbrite page. And then we have one more advertising. If you're in the sports industry or you know anybody in the sports industry and you want to get in a magazine, like you know someone that is into boxing and they're looking for some interviews or articles, we have Retro Chris Media. He has 3 different magazines, and I'm going to do some advertising so you guys can be able to find him. And then we'll get back to Heffe and playing his song. Thank you guys. You are back with Unfiltered with Faith Adorne. So, Hefe, what I want to do is just for some of my viewers that may not know who you are, I just want to play this clip in regards to you. So they need to follow you. You got a lot of good stuff going on.
Most definitely. I appreciate that.
You're welcome.
Entrepreneur and CEO. Happy to Tymes.
I guess karma motherfuckers, now them niggas flat. You all them niggas reps, I seen they paperwork. I gave you everything, that shit there had me hurt. But enough of that. Everything I lost, God gave it back. Yeah, 200 flat, moved to the A, 304 days. I made 200 racks, that's 10 months. I made Gabby Doug.
Tune in March the 10th.
Be doing something else this Friday, something special for a lucky kid. I'ma list that below under the video. So yeah, like I said, this time of the year is all about giving back to the community, back to the less fortunate, most importantly the children, because at the end of the day, y'all, it's all about the kids. Love.
So Heffe, a
Yeah.
quick question. The song that I'm gonna play from you, what inspired you to come up with that song and where did the hook come from and everything?
Okay. Well, Street Money. The song is called Street Money. Um, it was this artist based out of Atlanta. I used to be a huge fan of. His name was Bankroll Fresh. Um,
Okay.
yeah, and he was, he had his label thing going on called Street Money. You know what I mean? And
Okay.
I just liked it because he was just a grinder. He reminded me of myself. From one grinder to the next, I respected his hustle. And he passed away, and
Wow.
I had just got the inspiration and motivation from him passing to just want to drop a song in regards to him. You know what I mean?
Right.
And just so happened I dropped the song, and Street Money was the song that really like I dropped Street Money, and within like I say about 30 days I was getting booked for shows, paying $1,500
I
a
told
show.
you.
You know what I mean? I went on tour with shout out to Kelly Rowland. Used to have a group. I don't know if they still sign Kelly Rowland. Don't quote me on that, but they
Right.
were called June's Diary. I went
Okay,
on tour
okay.
with June's Diary and also an artist out of Florida. His name is Project Youngin. He's actually doing his thing now too. Shout out Project Youngin. I went on tour with them. My cousin Sean brought me on the tour in Florida. We did all the big colleges around Florida,
Wow.
all the events, all the big nightclubs. You know what I'm saying? But it was all off of Street Money. So Street Money was a big song for me, and everybody liked it. You know what I'm saying? Everybody really rocked with Street Money. So still to this
And to
day.
quote you, you told me that it was like a song from like what 6 or 7 years ago, or if, like
Yeah, I dropped that song in 2016, the end of 2016.
you need to redrop it. Like, and that's probably why you was like immediately straight on tour. Like, who can't relate to that? But let me just play. It's like a little snippet for you guys, and that's like a little teaser because I want you to go to his page, follow him on Instagram, go to his YouTube page, get all his information, lock him in, because you're a writer too, right?
Yeah, I do everything. I write, rap. I even write slow music. I do a list. It's nothing really that I don't do.
Well, I got a client that's with the record label and they're looking for like different writers. So I'm here to
Yeah.
connect you with some people. Like, but let
Oh
me
yeah.
play this little clip of your song, and if they want to hear some more, they gotta go to your page. Y'all better go shop and go ahead to Hefe Two Times page. But this is something a little teaser for everyone.
Street
Okay.
money, I got street money, just like bankroll. Don't do that type of talking on my line, you hit me speaking cold. Plug just hit me 10-piece hot and ready, call them grab and go. If the cops pull me over in this bitch, I'm going federal, yeah. Street money, I got street money, just like bankroll, yeah.
This a motherfucking drum diamond.
Street money, I got street money, just like bankroll. Bankrolls is on me right now, and they don't fold. OG gas in my backwood, don't let no bitch roll. Cause if she slips some in that backwood, then it's case closed, yeah. Then it's case closed. OG gas in my backwood, don't let no bitch roll in.
Okay.
Hearing that clip brought back so many memories.
Listen, like, and it's so crazy. I'm telling you, Hefe, when you start your podcast, the minutes is gonna go by so fast because I'm looking right now. I'm like, okay, it's 10 o'clock right now. So, I guess we're gonna have to do another interview later on to get all the memories that just came back from that song. But
Most
before I
definitely.
close out the show, I want to tell everyone thank you for tuning in to Unfiltered with Faith Adorne. Thank you, Hefe, for coming and gracing my platform.
Most definitely.
And I really appreciate it. It's 10 o'clock, you guys. You ain't got to go home, but we got to end the show. Hefe, where can everybody find you? Give them your Instagram information again.
Instagram, Heffe 2 times HEFFE, the number 2 TYMEZ. The same thing is TikTok. If you're on TikTok, if you're on Snapchat, YouTube, Young Heffe, or Heffe 2 times, either one, you can find my videos. Go check it out, y'all. Thank y'all for tuning in.
And we have Miss Anderson. We appreciate you watching. And she said Detroit is in the house. So listen, come back next week. I'll be here same time at 9 p.m. on Thursday. We have another good show lined up. Heffe, we're going to be talking. Congratulations on everything. Congratulations on your podcast. And give me one moment. You've been Unfiltered with Faith Adorne. This is the end of the show, even though me and Heffe could have kept talking. Like last week, my show lasted 2 hours. It's supposed to have been over at 10 o'clock.
Oh, wow.
So let me take this out. You guys, thank you guys for tuning in. To my followers on YouTube, I really appreciate you guys. Tune in next Thursday at 9 p.m. Thank you to my guests. Shout out to everyone that's tuned in watching.
Peace.
Thank you.